Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Brothers and sisters, Surah Ikhlas is a beautiful recitation, and you know we should read it 10 times. But when you hear the recitation, sometimes you wonder, well, what are these variant recitations? And how can I make my ear more aware of them? So how about we go through Surah Ikhlas today? There are 10 styles of recitation, and of those 10, we're going to hear about 5 different variations. So today, let's start. No technical terms, just hear it with your ears. Let's start together. If you want to take a deep breath in with me, Surah Ikhlas in the effect that it goes under when the different variations touch it, the different qira'at, the different recitations, and as I like to call it, the different frequencies and vibrations produced by the Qur'an. Deep breath in through your nose. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. No change here. Qul huwallahu ahad. Pucker a little bit more. Qul huwallahu ahad. Allahu samad. Lam yalid wa lam yulad. In another narration, Lam yalid wa lam yulad. Okay, 2 ayahs were made there. Let's take that last ayah, which we all know. Let's read it in what we know, our average recitation that we hear. It's called Hafs and Asim. But I want you to think about what you hear normally. وَلَمْ يَكُنْ لَهُ كُفُوًا أَحَدٌ. Right? Now let's take that and let's see what the first recitation, I don't want to overwhelm you with names right now, but the first recitation would recite, وَلَمْ يَكُنْ لَهُ كُفُوًا أَحَدٌ. Kufuwan became kufu'an ahad. وَلَمْ يَكُنْ لَهُ كُفْءًا أَحَدٌ. Here kufuwan became kuf, and after I said an, I made sakta. It was a breathless pause. Deep breath in through your nose. وَلَمْ يَكُنْ لَهُ كُفْءًا أَحَدٌ. There's your sakta. Then without the sakta, without the pause, وَلَمْ يَكُنْ لَهُ كُفْءًا أَحَدٌ. Now the ear is starting to hear kufuwan in a completely different way, but let's keep going. وَلَمْ يَكُنْ لَهُ كُفُوًا أَحَدٌ. You know that one. وَلَمْ يَكُنْ لَهُ كُفُوًا أَحَدٌ. Allahu Akbar. You start to hear Allah is greater than even your perception of Him. Whatever you think Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala or think of your Lord, He is greater than that. Our Lord, the Magnificent, able to give us speech that we can recite, but that was so flexible that all the tribes and the people in the surrounding areas could interact with the book of Allah. Imagine if I wrote poetry. Bump that. Imagine if I wrote a rhyme, 16 bars straight, and I wrote a rap, and everything rhymed. But then you could take that one rhyme, and then on the West Coast you could rap it, and down dirty South you could rap it, on the East Coast you could rap it, and it would still keep its same flow. That's the words that we're talking about here. The Qur'an's flexibility comes in the mercy of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. If you can get that point, your Lord is so flexible that His speech was able to encompass a people. Let's do one last recitation. قُلْ هُوَ اللَّهُ أَحَدٌ اللَّهُ الصَّمَدُ لَمْ يَلِدْ وَلَمْ يُولَدْ وَلَمْ يَكُنْ لَهُ كُفُوًا أَحَدٌ. And to leave you with a few bonuses, وَلَمْ يَكُنْ لَهُ كُفًا أَحَدٌ وَلَمْ يَكُنْ لَهُ كُفُوًا أَحَدٌ. كُفُوًا أَحَدٌ. In the comments below, would you be able to tell me who does kufan ahad? Yes, it is an exception. There's your hint. Jazakallahu khairul jaza. I pray that this goes well for all of us, so you can see the rest of the surahs in the last of the 30th juz in their 10 variations and with spoken recitation. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.